Welcome to The Checkpoint, your getaway to the worlds where games, mythology, stories, horror, and more collide. From spine-chilling tales to epic legends and the games that bring them to life. We're here to uncover the mysteries, thrills, and the lore that keep us coming back for more. Ready to cross the threshold? Let's begin!
Welcome back for the first time. This is The Checkpoint, your final destination, where we dive deep into the twisted world of Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm your host, Vince Makanani, and I'm joined by my co-host, Yash Ray Zachary.
Hey everyone! Today, we're delving into one of the most enigmatic families in the gaming history, the Aftons.
Today we also have one of our FNAF experts, Aislinn, to provide some in-depth insights.
Hi everyone, thanks for having me. I'm excited to discuss the Afton family and their impact on the FNAF series.
So, let's start with the basics. Who are the Aftons, and why are they so important to the FNAF lore?
The Aftons are a central family in the FNAF universe. They are a wealthy family who owns and operates Freddy Fazbear Pizza, the location of a countless tragic events. At the heart of this family lies William Afton, a man driven by a dark obsession with immortality and a disregard for human life.
William Afton, also known as the Purple Guy or Springtrap, is arguably the primary antagonist of the series. His actions have led to the deaths of countless children. But what about his family?
William Afton has four children: Michael Afton, Elizabeth Afton, and two unnamed children. Michael Afton, often referred to as the Purple Guy or the Crying Child, is a complex character. He is both a victim and perpetrator, caught in a circle of tragedy. Elizabeth Afton, also known as the Circus Baby, was a victim of her father's experiments and met a tragic fate.
The two unnamed children are shrouded in mystery. Some theories suggest that they're the twins from FNAF 6, while others believe they're the children from the FNAF 3 minigames.
I personally lean towards the theory that the unnamed children are the twins from FNAF 6. There are several clues in the game that support this idea, such as the twins' appearances and their connection to the Afton family.
The Afton family story is intertwined with the animatronic themselves. William Afton, in his pursuit of immortality, conducted experiments on the animatronics, infusing them with the spirits of the children he had killed.
It's important to note that William Afton's experiments with Remnant, a substance derived from the souls of the dead, played a crucial role in creating the terrifying animatronics and their supernatural abilities. One particularly chilling aspect of the Afton family's story is the concept of the glitch trap virus, a digital entity that allows William Afton to possess and manipulate technology, further blurring the lines between the physical and digital realms. The Afton family's legacy is a dark and twisted one, and their impact on the FNAF universe continues to fascinate and terrify fans to this day.
This dark legacy has haunted Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria for decades, leading to a series of horrific events. The Afton family's actions have led or have had a profound impact on the world of FNAF, shaping the narrative and creating a chilling atmosphere. And in conclusion, The Afton family is a complex and disturbing aspect of the FNAF lore. Their actions have left an enduring mark on the series, and their story continues to fascinate and terrify fans.
As we delve deeper into the FNAF universe, we'll uncover more about Athens and their dark secrets.
Thanks for having me. I hope I was able to shed some light on the Afton family and their sinister deeds.
Until next time, stay safe and beware of the darkness. This is your checkpoint, your final destination. See you next time.
What's up, Internet? Welcome back to the Checkpoint, your final destination for all things FNAF. I'm your host, Zarma Ranyon, and we're here today to dive deep into the shadowy corridors of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, a game that elevated the franchise to a new height of terror. FNAF 2 isn't just a sequel, it's a nightmare fuel factory. The game takes us back to the familiar yet increasingly disturbing Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, but this time the horror is amplified. The toy animatronics, sleek, menacing, and far more advanced than their predecessors, are the heart of the terror. These new creatures are not just animatronics, they're vessels for the restless spirits of children imbued with a dark, unnatural energy. The phone guy, a mysterious and enigmatic figure, returns to guide the player throughout the night. His cryptic messages and ominous warnings paint a picture of a place haunted by tragedy and despair. While the puppet, a spectral figure with a chilling design, is a new threat that can possess other animatronics, making them even more dangerous. This character adds a layer of cosmic horror to the game, hinting at a supernatural force at work. The game's ending is a mind-bending twist that leaves players questioning the nature of reality itself. The final confrontation with the mysterious figure in the spring bunny suit is a terrifying climax that solidifies FNAF 2's place as a horrifying masterpiece. FNAF 2 is deeply intertwined with the dark legacy of the Afton family. William Afton, the enigmatic purple guy, is a central figure in the series and his influence is felt throughout the game. More on that later. The Aftons' obsession with immortality and their disregard for human life has led to countless tragedies. The animatronics, particularly the toy animatronics, are a testament to their twisted experiments and their pursuit for eternal life. FNAF 2 is a masterclass in horror game design. It blends a psychological terror, jump scares, and intricate lore has solidified its place as one of the greatest horror games of all time. So what are your thoughts on FNAF 2? Share your favorite moments, theories, and scares in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe and beware the darkness. Peace, yo! What's up, Internet? I'm Zar Maranyon, here today to be the host of the third episode of The Checkpoint, your final destination. For today's episode, we're gonna talk about the third installment of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, Fazbear Frights. 30 years after Freddy Fazbear's Pizza closed its doors, the events that took place there have become nothing more than a rumor and a childhood memory. But the owners of Fazbear Frights, the horror attraction, are determined to revive the legend and make the experience as authentic as possible for patrons, going to great lengths to find anything that might have survived decades of neglect and ruin. At first, there are only empty shells, a hand, a hook, old paper dolls, but then a remarkable discovery was found. One animatronic. William Afton, depicted as the textbook definition of evil. He is the sadistic serial killer who sparked the downfall of his own company, Fazbear Entertainment, having murdered over a dozen children in cold blood and started the tragic chain of events that led the players throughout the series. It is heavily implied that William's true motive is to gain the secret of immortality and live eternally alongside fulfilling his cruel and sadistic pleasures. Judging from his actions and appearance within the games, William is wicked, cold-blooded, and methodical, clearly showing no remorse for his actions. And he was even malicious enough to murder his closest friend and business partner Henry's only daughter, Charlotte. An event which caused his immense emotional turmoil to the point where he was considering suicide. This shows that William does not care even for his friends and is more than willing to harm them, whether it be mentally, emotionally, or physically. In the early 1970s, William Afton and his friend Henry Emily created Fazbear Entertainment and opened Fredbear's Family Diner. Henry designed and manufactured two Springlock suits, Spring Bonnie and Fredbear, and later creating Freddy Fazbear's Pizza's own entertainers, Faz- Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. While William would handle the business paperwork, management, and finances. In the building's first years, Afton would dress as Spring Bonnie inside a Springlock suit, which depicted a large androgynous yellow rabbit. He would wear it inside the pizzeria via using a hand crank to move the inner spring locks of the suit away from his face, chest, arms, and legs, as not doing so would lead to his impalement inside the suit. He would often brag how he could perform effortlessly while using it, being very proud and flamboyant as he did so. Some people even claimed that his character was more alive and more loved than he was actually. One night in 1983, Henry's daughter, Charlotte Emily, would be left outside the diner and William seized the opportunity to kill her. Later that year, his younger son, who was accidentally killed by the older brother of his two sons, who had put his head in Fredbear's mouth to terrify him when the jaw clamped shut. 2 years later, around June 26, 1985, Afton would abduct and murder 5 children by luring them into the back room, dressed as Spring Bonnie. When suspicion arose, he hid their corpses to avoid getting caught, likely in the animatronics. The police would arrest Afton but let him go due to the lack of evidence and the bodies being never found. This caused the spirits of the dead children to become vengeful and possess the animatronics to take revenge. After the first location closed due to bankruptcy, William Afton left Fazbear Entertainment, later briefly returning once under an alias. Some years later, William would create the company Afton Robotics and set up a new location called Circus Baby Pizzeria with a new cast of animatronics, though this is a story for another time. William Afton, after returning to the third establishment of the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza when he had it long been abandoned, in order to destroy the classic animatronics for an unknown reason. Initially, it was the thought to skip a few years. Afton returned to the third establishment of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza when it had long been abandoned in order to destroy the classic animatronics for an unknown reason. Initially, it was thought he had done so out of paranoia. However, it has become hotly debated as to why, with some believing that he was after their remnant. Nonetheless, this freed the spirits of the children inside and they swarmed their killer. Physically unable to harm him, they chased and cornered Afton in the back room, where the same rabbit suit that he had wore to kill them was left. He hurriedly put on the suit in order to fool them, forgetting it was damaged by rain and time at this point. Afton laughed at his victims, believing he was untouchable and had gotten away again. However, due to his shaky movement and moisture dripping down from the damaged roof, the spring locks of the suit failed with Afton inside. Every part of his body was impaled and bludgeoned into pieces, and he dropped to the floor twitching in shock, where he lay, bleeding out and dying as the children passed away. Sometime after, the room was boarded up by an unknown person, presumably Henry Emily. Afton was left there to rot for the next 30 years until some time after his demise. Afton awoke alone and decomposing. Due to his iron will to live and the remnant in his suit, Afton was still alive but permanently encased inside. In the year of 2023, he was found by the organizers of Fazbear's Fright and put inside the horror attraction based on the infamous past of the Freddy Fazbear brand. Now free, he abandoned his old identity and accepted his new form, calling himself the Springtrap.
I always come back.